look at Boston, obviously, don't know if Tatum's going to play, but he's listed as doubtful, so it's like they won't. But they won 6 in a row, Jalen Brown's back, Jameson's back. Look at what they are right now. What do you think?
Man, they're a chance for a reason. You know, they got a deep team. It feels like either one of those guys have been out all season and they kept it rolling. Either Drew, Porzingis, Jalen Brown's out for a few games here and there. So they just keep it rolling. They got a system that they stand on and on both ends of the floor, and they just plug and play guys.
When you look at this recent stretch you've had, you averaged 35 in the last 4 games. When you're on a heater like this, is your mind going, okay, let me keep it rolling, or just play and then whatever happens?
No, I'm not going into games expecting anything. I just go out there and play, just let the game flow how it flows. That's how it's been flowing the last couple of games. So I got to be prepared for any situation. I might not put up a lot of shots some games, or it might not cause for that, you know. So I just got to keep playing and find ways to be effective and making my teammates' life easier as well. So I'll just play the game. I don't think too much about, you know, the end result.
Talk about the other night, just how the shift in energy was from the locker room standpoint, just how everybody's kind of coming together. I don't make sure that's sustainable for the last stretch of the season.
I felt like we always been a tight group. I feel like we always had each other's backs. Like I've been saying, I mean, a lot of stuff didn't have to do with chemistry or guys didn't like each other. It was just sometimes we just didn't have the right scheme that night, or we didn't make threes that night, or, you know, it was just a basketball on the floor problem sometimes why we didn't succeed as a team. But I think the overall locker room and chemistry always stayed at the top level. And I think that's what makes, you know, good locker rooms is that regardless of the tough stretches you go through, you know, guys remain close as friends, as men, as teammates. So I never questioned that, even with losing streaks. But I think we are coming together on the defensive side of the ball, switching some stuff, you know, getting our hands on the basketball, getting some steals. So when you throw a transition pass to Ryan for the dunk and everybody gets excited, that's just I wouldn't call that great chemistry. That was just a good steal, a good transition break, and that just got everybody involved. So I don't think it's that deep. I think we all love being around each other.
You mentioned Book's playmaking the other night. I think he's averaging like 10 assists over the last couple of games. What are you noticing as far as the way the offense is flowing for him and just in general?
Yeah, I just think he's seeing the floor at a all-time rate, whereas the game is slowing down. He's seeing stuff before it opens up. He knows exactly what the offense is, so he can dictate an assist before the play even starts, you know. So that's just an experience thing, it's a confidence thing, and, you know, being able to just affect the game in different ways outside of scoring.
You mentioned the body language and the chemistry that fans kind of look at those moments and judge the team based on that. What do you feel is kind of missing from that conversation?
It's just that, like you said, some of those moments are just small moments to the big picture. There's a lot of other moments that you don't see that I think works towards great team culture. And it might not result into a win, you know, but the bond that we have as individuals, as players, as teammates, and experiences we're going, you know, we're in together is just going to make us better as human beings and as players, you know. And we wish we had more W's, you know, to pile on top of that to make the whole chemistry, brotherhood thing just even bigger and better and sound better. And but regardless of the losses, I think our bond as teammates has grown through that. And you can see in, you know, how we'd be able to bounce back some games and how we're able to still try to figure it out regardless of what our record is. That shows that we got solid chemistry in the locker room.
And then you look at Royce O'Neale, and he's been kind of the go-to guy in those late game situations, inbounding the ball. What stood out to you, just the success that he's found in that position?
Yeah, just an underrated passer, guy that can, you know, kind of put the ball on target a lot. Playing with him in Brooklyn, he really opened my eyes to how good of a passer he is. And, you know, so I knew he would come here and make the right reads. And, you know, I think he's a future a former quarterback too, so that helps. And so he kind of knows angles and on those deep passes and those out of bounds plays too. So that's valuable to have. It's a small part of the game, but it's still valuable to have.
Looking at Devin, picking back off George's question, Devin had said the other day that he's slow down a little bit. The play is there, but he's not trying to speed up and do it. Like it's just a simple slowing down, maybe a half step. Is it that simple to make those kind of plays?
Yeah. I mean, that's usually basketball. You see the greats as they get older. You think that they lose athleticism or lose a little bit of that pop, when in all reality they're just trying to see the game a little slower. They're not trying to play 100 miles an hour. They might want to play 70 miles an hour. And then at some spurts you speed it up. And then, so I think the good pace that Book has played with, knowing when to speed up, knowing when to slow it down, I think that makes a complete player. So, that usually comes with experience and age and just seeing all types of defenses. And, it takes some time to usually get to that point.
Last two.
Kevin, before the
My bad. I mean, when you get in the playoffs early as a player and you see, different defenses every round, you realize you can't play 100 miles an hour and run into a trap or run into 3 or 4 different guys or even run into an injury sometimes, So, we definitely want to use your athleticism and always, make those highlight plays, but more times than not, basketball is about pace and about timing and about angle. So you want to make sure you don't pass up on that by playing 100 miles an hour.
Before the 4-game winning streak, Oso said you guys need to embrace being desperate on the court. How do you think you guys have done that?
Yeah, I think we've done a better job of trying to finish possessions off on the defensive side of the ball, where there's diving out there a loose ball, chasing down the block. I think we're just making those extra effort plays that we've seen in spurts throughout the year, but I think we are more consistent the last few games. We got to try to build on that.
Have you always been the guy that coaches trust on the inbound on plays like that?
Yeah. I mean, my first time was in Utah. Was always Joe Ingles, and then kind of just took over. Always been a great passer, and then just try to lead guys to the spots that they got to go to, or just tell them exactly when I'm gonna throw the ball. So.
I'm curious, are you counting in your head 1001, 1002, 1003?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm just curious, is that even in your?
Oh yeah, all the time. I mean, used to playing football, play quarterback, so you only got so many seconds in the pocket. But and then just counting, it is a lot of pressure, but just try to get a head count before then. As soon as I get the ball, like start counting 1, 2.
Right. If you have committed to football, do you think you'd be playing at that level?
For sure. If I would have stuck with it, but too physical. I mean, too much physicality for me. Too many injuries that could happen. Everything. So I was just like, nah, basketball is the safer side.
At what point did you kind of have to pick between one or the other?
After my freshman year of college, high school. I always still play all-time quarterback when we play flag football or something. But other than after freshman year, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just do basketball.
What do you see from the team defensively? You guys have really turned it up over the last 2 weeks or so.
Bringing a lot of intensity. We just flying around, trying to force turnovers. Guys just rotating for each other, covering for each other. I think just us talking, being more connected.
You mentioned the forcing turnovers. How much of deflections and that sort of thing have been a point of emphasis? Because it's something you guys didn't really force a lot of turnovers early in the year, but lately you've been one of the top teams.
Especially get out on fast breaks. Try to get advantage on the offense. Defensively, just wreak havoc. Try to create as many turnovers as we can, more possessions for us, and make things tough for the offense.
Royce, when you look at Kevin, where he's at right now on the heater, he's having 35 last looking out for him. What's it like? He's in that mode where he's got it going right now.
It's special. He's doing a great job leading us. Knocking down big shots, creating opportunities for other guys as well. He gets so much attention on the offensive end that guys are going to be open. I think playing the right way. Getting to his spots and knocking them down.
I'm curious, babe. His catch and shoot career. He's obviously shooting already up here anyway. How is that a shot that can't be defended?
For sure. He shoot it so high. He catch it high, keep it high, shoot it high. And then just, his release point, it is hard to block, contest, for anybody. I think you rarely ever see it get blocked, so.
I think Book's averaging 10 assists over the last 6 games. What do you feel like is flowing well for him offensively and just the offense in general?
He's doing a great job setting guys up. we know that he's going to get to the basket, get to the lane, create opportunities for everybody else, much attention. I think he's doing a great job reading the game. He's putting guys in situations and spots, to get a catch and shoot threes wide open. So, being the playmaker that he is.
Royce, I'm working on a feature about gym shoes, man. Are your shoes a big deal to you as a player?
For sure. You want to be comfortable, fits good. And then, look good.
So what I noticed is that, it's not just basketball anymore. It started with basketball, I think, but now baseball players get their stuff airbrushed, football players, they have fancy shoes. It's a whole thing. Is this something you do to fit in? Is it something that matters? What is it to you that makes shoes matter other than performance?
Try to stand out. Look at the colorways that, Kevin and Book got. And then the guys that customize RD shoes. Everybody just put their own flavor to them.
Do you remember your first cool pair?
You got to go back way, way, way back in the day for that. But I always been a cool sneakerhead guy. Try to be different. So.
I'm told that Chuck Taylor could hoop. Did you know this?
I believe it. I heard that.
I've never heard that.
I think you got to ask Devin about that.
Thank you.
Is there a different mentality going up against the defending champs?
Nah, just play basketball.
Thank you.
Royce,